Welcome back to the Thrifty Food Plan channel. I am so glad you are here. Please do all the things that you can, like subscribe, hit the notification bell. This is going to be a grocery haul and meal plan video, but got a little context for you first. Hello, Thrifty Food Plan channel friends. It's Jay. I am back in London where the College Phenom goes to school this week. As I shared a couple weeks ago, we've got some issues going on over here that require all hands on deck, and I am the parental hands on deck for this week and likely for next week as well. This grocery haul is going to look a little different in the sense that I am using a budget for two people because I constructed budgets. If you look at that budget video, I constructed my budget for this month knowing that I would be here for 2 weeks. Now, that said, like the College Phenom does have to go to class. She does have a dorm. She does have a meal plan. So she's not always going to be eating here with me. And, so most of the food you're going to see in this haul it's just really to feed me for the week. But I am using the two-person budget, and that is because we got a lot of appointments, and we're going to be out and about, and I'm not always sure that I'm going to be able to be home to cook for me or for her. So I'm using the two-person budget, and sort of what I don't spend on groceries, we will spend when we are out for appointments, because there are going to be a lot of them this week. All hands on deck. Mom moment. I'm over here in London, and I'll probably do like a wrap-up video about all the things I learned trying to live in a foreign country, or for me, because it is a little different over here. And I'm enjoying it, even though it's really stressful because we do have kind of a family emergency situation going on simultaneously. But anyway, let's get into the grocery haul and meal plan with all of that context. Okay, once again, the closest grocery to where I'm staying, different room this time, but the closest place to where I'm staying is Waitrose, which one of our viewers let me know is actually the most expensive grocery store in London. And I'm going to be here for a bit, so I imagine I'm going to have to do another shop, and I will get on a train and figure out how to get to a cheaper grocery store. I have nothing in the pantry, fridge, or freezer, so I'm starting from scratch here. So let's look what I got. So these peppers were the only kind of peppers they had left, and you know that I love these for my salad, so I picked them up even though they were pricey. I got a bag of potatoes, boiling, roasting potatoes. Got a bag of frozen broccoli, some green onions, 2 bags of salad mix. They were completely wiped out of salad mix, so that was the last that they had. So that's all my veg. And then in fruit, I got some clementines, a little bitty bag. I got a bag of less than perfect apples. I got some bananas. Y'all, I've been having really bad leg cramps at night, and so I got a couple things just to help me with the leg cramps. And, bananas have a lot of potassium in them, so I picked up some bananas. 1 lemon for water and other uses. So that's all the fruit that I got. And then in grain, I picked up some oats as always, and I picked up a multi-grain sprouting bread that I'll need to keep in the freezer. Proteins, I got some peanut butter, a couple cans of cannelli beans. I got some baked beans, vegetarian baked beans, some tofu, and some almonds. And then in quasi-dairy, I'm not really sure it's dairy because it's plant-based, but I did get some plant-based butter and some unsweetened soy milk. Bunch of things in the miscellaneous category. Did pick up this bag, it's really small, of just popcorn to snack on. And I picked up a bar of chocolate because I always do, one of the exceptions to my whole food plant-based way of eating. Some cinnamon for my oats, some decaf tea to drink during the day, and then this tonic water. My doctor said tonic water might also help with the leg cramps, so picked up a little bit of that. And then in household, I needed toothpaste and bar soap. Bar soap, very expensive here. Not sure what that's about. And you know what? I do have one thing in the pantry. I realize there is a little bit of coffee already in the pantry, which is why you don't see any here. So this is everything I got at the grocery store in London. Let's take a look at the budgetary damage. It's going to be bad. All right, so let's talk about the budget. When I constructed my budgets, my grocery food budget for the month of March, I did budget 2 weeks, knowing that I was going to be with the College Phenom. And when I did all of that math and all of those things, what it showed is that in the weeks that I was with the College Phenom this month, my maximum allowable spend on food was 120.01. All right, so we're gonna need to do a little bit of pound to dollars conversion here in a minute, but this is my receipt from the grocery store here, and you can see there at the bottom, the total that I spent was 34 pounds and 85 pence, 34.85. Now, there's a tricky thing about shopping in the UK, grocery shopping in the UK, which is that, in the United States, when they tax you on things that you buy, like when they charge food tax or sales tax, it shows up as a separate line item. But that's not how they do it here. The way they do it here is they actually add it to the price of the food. Right? So that 34 pounds and 85 pence actually includes 6 pounds and 80 pence in tax, which is built into the line item cost of the food. So I recently did a video about my absolute disdain for food tax. And so when I'm looking at the receipt here and the food tax is 20% on food with a premium VAT tax on the household items that I bought, the soap and the toothpaste. Wowzer, that's just a lot of tax. Now, things are different over here. This is a country with socialized medicine. It's a country where like the cost of going to university is a fraction of what it is in the States if you're a UK resident. So, anyway, but I do not love food tax at all in any context. And they just do it a little differently here where they add it in to the price they charge you for the food, and it doesn't come out as a separate line item. But apparently by law, they do have to show you separately how much of the price you paid per food item basically is the tax. So what that means when I am calculating how much I spent on food and just food, because the USDA Thrifty Plan only covers food. I have a separate budget for household and personal items. What that means is I spent $34.85 in pounds, but I'm going to subtract out the 2 pounds for toothpaste. I'm going to subtract the 1.4 pounds for soap. I'm going to subtract 5.67 pounds for tax, another 1.13 pounds of tax, which means that I spent a total on food of 24.65 pounds. Now, I got to convert that to American dollars. And the day that I went grocery shopping, the conversion rate was 1 pound to 1.20 US dollars. So the total amount I spent on food in this grocery haul was $29.58 US. What that means is for this week, while the College Phenom and I are out for appointments, I can use up to $90.43 US to use for kind of picking up quick eats and stuff like that while we are out for our appointments. And we've got a lot of them. So I'm relatively confident I will eat breakfast every single day in the room that I've rented here. Um, and I will probably eat lunch or dinner here every day. Some days I might eat both, but we just have a ton of appointments for the situation we're dealing with. So very likely I am going to end up using that $90.43 for, for the College Phenom and I to grab some things to eat while we're out and about for all of her appointments. But maybe not, and maybe I will have some douleur, as she would say, left over. All right. So another thing I love about the USDA Thrifty Plan is that it doesn't just provide budgetary guidance, it provides nutritional guidance. And it sort of tells us the approximate percentages we should spend in each nutritional category to increase the likelihood that our nutritional needs are being met. And when I look at the items in my grocery cart this week, food items, I spent about 26% on veg, about 11% on fruit. The fruit was really cheap here. So, like, those apples were a pound. The mandarins were, I can't remember, the mandarins were a pound. And then the bananas were a little bit more. The bananas, by the way, are tiny. They're half the size of bananas in the United States. Just saying. So interesting to me. Grains spent $12.72. Not 12. Grains around 13%. Proteins, a whopping 25%. That's a lot for me. It's mostly, though, because of just the diversity of proteins that I bought this time. Dairy, I spent a little over 7%. And in the miscellaneous category, I spent just over 17%. So, all in all, not a terrible spread compared to the guidance from the USDA. So, the meal plan this week, I will have oats with apples every morning for breakfast. I also will have coffee every morning for breakfast. There is some instant coffee that was already in the pantry in the room that I'm renting. Snacks this week, got plenty of fruit. I've got that bag of popcorn. I did buy decaffeinated tea that I can drink through the day. Lunches, I will have big salad. When I run out of salad, I can have peanut butter and banana toast. And I will have a piece of chocolate every single day after lunch. For dinner, I'm going to make kind of a hash medley of tofu, broccoli, and potatoes, just a big old batch of that. And I will eat through that for a couple of nights for dinner. When I run out of that, I can have beans on toast. That's a very Brit thing. They usually eat it, though, for breakfast in the morning, but I've got a can of like the baked beans, and I can serve that on toast. And I don't mind having British breakfast for dinner. I will say that I'm going to try not to have peanut butter and banana toast and beans on toast in the same day if I can avoid it. That's just a lot of bread, and I'd like to get some green things in, whether that's salad or broccoli. So this is the meal plan this week, knowing that I'm going to need to be a little flexible because we are going to be out and about for a whole bunch of appointments this week. But I've got plenty to eat and get me through the week. So this is my grocery haul, my meal plan. It is the budgetary damage and plan for this week and the nutritional check-in. So I would just appreciate any and all feedback and comments y'all have for me down in the comments. It's not usual for me to eat out the way that we are probably going to have to eat out some this week. It's just not something I do in my regular life. And I have no idea how much stuff is going to cost at restaurants. I have a little bit of a sense because the first time I was here during this emergency period in February, the Phenom took me out to dinner one night, and I was like, "Holy moly, that's expensive!" So that $90 that I have for eating out this week when we're out and about for appointments, we'll see how far that stretches. And then the Phenom and I will just have to have a reset conversation depending on what that looks like. Anyway, please do give me all of your feedback, your critical friends feedback, all of that down in the comments below. And as always, I thank you so much for visiting the Thrifty Food Plan channel. And do come back on Thursday, next Thursday, when I know we'll have another grocery haul and meal plan. Thanks so much for visiting.